Welcome to the Haunting Chronicles, where every shadow tells a story, and every story will send shivers down your spine. Have you heard about that cabin, hidden deep in the forest? They say, at night, strange sounds echo from within, and those who venture there never come back. Tonight, we'll take you inside that old, abandoned place. But beware. Even hearing this story might change you forever. The path through the forest grew darker with every step, as if the darkness itself was staring at them. Then, the car engine suddenly died. Ethan tried to start it, but nothing worked. A thunderclap shook the sky, and their hearts along with it. And there, at the edge of the road, lay a dead crow sprawled across the ground, as if warning them. A little further, they spotted an old milestone, faint letters barely readable. Cabin Road. Ryan laughed nervously. So, this cabin is gonna kill us, huh? But for Sarah, this was just the beginning. The trip for these three friends had now turned into a journey of suspense and fear, and the path to the cabin had thrown them into a nightmare they would never forget. Finally, they saw it. The old cabin in the middle of the forest, its windows shattered, the door half open, and from the roof hung an old bell. And the strangest part, the bell rang on its own, slowly, a soft, eerie chime. Ethan took a deep breath. "Let's go inside." Ryan raised his hand. "Wait, something's not right." Sarah, trusting her instincts, only nodded slowly. Half excited, half terrified, the decision to step inside was theirs. Then, a flash of lightning revealed it. A white shadow darted across the cabin, as if watching, or waiting for them. A warning, a foreshadowing of what was to come. As they stepped inside, a strange odor welcomed them. Damp wood, old soil, dust floating in the air, as if the years of secrets were trapped here. Webs hung from every corner, furniture was broken and scattered, paintings stared back with scratched, twisted faces. This cabin wasn't just a house, it was a graveyard of old memories. And then, a clock, running backwards. Ethan chuckled nervously. "Maybe even the clock's scared of us." Ryan screamed, "It's not just a clock, it's something else." Sarah slowly approached a photo frame. When she touched it, the glass shivered. Inside, a portrait of a girl, bright and alive, as if from years ago. Ethan tried to pull it away, but Sarah only whispered, "She wants to tell us something." Then, with a sudden slam, the door shut on its own. A sharp, cold wind hit them. Their hearts raced. For the three friends, this was no longer just an adventure. The cabin was waiting, ready to write its story with them. Every step inside brought something strange. A soft whisper echoed, calling their names. Ethan, Ryan, Sarah. They looked around. No one. Yet footsteps continued, coming from the ceiling, the floor, nowhere and everywhere. Each step made the cabin feel heavier, darker, more alive. Ryan laughed. "Is that it? Kinda boring, huh?" But when he looked back, his reflection in the mirror was gone. His eyes widened as he saw only emptiness. His reflection had become part of the cabin. Then, an old toy ball started moving on its own, rolling slowly towards the basement trapdoor, as if an invisible force was calling them down. Ethan tried to muster courage. "Come on, basement. We just need a little bravery." Sarah's hands shook from the cold. Ryan's face was a mix of fear and anger. Every corner of the cabin was a trap, ready to keep them from leaving. The trapdoor creaked open, and icy air from below brushed their faces. A scratching sound followed, as if someone were writing on the walls with their nails. Ethan switched on his flashlight, and they slowly descended. The basement was a graveyard of toys, old teddy bears, a toy train, tiny dolls, all covered in dust, as if childhood memories had died here. On the wall, scratched words appeared. "Help me, she's still here." Ryan touched the writing and jumped back, as if it were still warm. Then, an old gramophone started on its own. A creepy lullaby played, soft, as if a child had once tried to sleep here. Ethan gripped his flashlight tight. Sarah's breaths caught. Ryan's heartbeat thudded violently. The basement was no longer a room. It was a prison, and the story of its captives was far from over. The cabin played with their minds, burrowing into their memories and fears. Ethan heard a voice that pierced his heart. "Son, come back." Was it his father's, or just an illusion? For Sarah, pain from the past resurfaced, old trauma flashing in her mind. The cabin seemed to live inside them, stirring their fears and memories. They tried to open the door, desperate to leave, but every attempt returned them to the same room where they began. Time, space, reality, all working against them. Sarah's eyes widened. The same photo frame she had picked up in the basement was now on the wall, already in place, as if the cabin had planned every step. Ethan screamed, but his voice was instantly swallowed. For the audience, there was only silence, a void, as if the cabin had stolen all the sounds of the world. And then, the cabin absorbed them completely. The three friends became part of the walls, the shadows, the scratches, the whispers. Those who ventured near the cabin afterward found only silence, and the story of friends who would never return. The next morning, villagers came near the cabin, but inside, nothing. Windows open, doors normal, as if nothing had happened, except a new photo frame on the wall, and in it, Ethan, Ryan, and Sarah, their faces scratched out, as if their existence had merged with the cabin itself. And yet the little girl's portrait remained, intact, as if she were still calling, still waiting. The cabin is still waiting. If you ever pass through that forest and see an old cabin, never open the door, because what's inside will never let you go. Thank you for watching The Haunting Chronicles. Dare to return, because the shadows are always waiting.